President Emmerson Mnangagwa has urged ZANU PF party members to prioritize collective goals over individual ambitions. Addressing the 389th Politburo session in Harare, the president stressed the importance of adhering to the party constitution and remaining accountable to grassroots structures, saying the party is strongest in the cells and villages. Ibn Mabunda has more.
Now, President Emmerson Mnangagwa, who is also the first secretary of ZANU PF, presided over the 389th session of the ZANU PF Politburo meeting in Zimbabwe's capital, Harare. The president did implore party leadership to place matters of economic development and advancement at the fore of the ZANU PF agenda as we close 2025 and graduate into 2026. Addressing senior party leadership, President Mnangagwa stressed that all organs of the party must contribute to the success of the National Development Strategy 2 and the attainment of Vision 2030.
ZANU PF should continue to lead from the front with regards to the full implementation of the National Development Strategy 2 and overall National Development Agenda over the next 5 years. Principally, we must ensure that all organs, structures, and members of the party play their part, not only to grow the party's support base, but also to grow the size of our economy and deliver a higher quality of life for our people.
He noted that NDS2 is a product of resolutions made at the ZANU PF Annual People's Conference, underscoring the need for unity of purpose as structures implement these decisions across provinces. The president further emphasized that constitutionalism must remain central to the activities of the party, saying the Politburo should continue to guard the Central Committee and ensure resolutions from the conference are fully implemented.
We are a constitutional party anchored on discipline, unity, and adherence to procedures.
He commended party structures for remaining accountable to grassroots members. Currently, provincial structures are conducting inter-district meetings to provide feedback from the 22nd Annual National People's Conference. President Mnangagwa called on party members to maintain unity during these engagements. He said no community should be left behind in national and party programs, reinforcing ZANU PF's commitment to inclusivity and growth at the grassroots level.
In carrying out these grassroots feedback engagement programs, let us always unite the party and consolidate our revolutionary ideals. Let us never put ourselves or individual members above the party.
Meanwhile, before the day's proceedings began, the Politburo observed a moment of silence in honor of the late Archbishop Paul Mwaja. President Mnangagwa commended the party for conferring national hero status on the revered spiritual leader.
I now invite us to rise as we observe a minute of silence in his memory.
As the party continues its inter-district feedback meetings, the president's message was clear: unity, discipline, and focus on collective goals remain essential in strengthening the party and improving the livelihoods of Zimbabweans. Ibn Mabunda for ZTN Prime, Harare.
We now cross over live to our senior political reporter, Shamaida Murwira, who was at the Politburo meeting earlier, to get an overview of today's proceedings. Shamaida, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on News Plus. Now, today's Politburo heavily emphasized on constitutionalism. How important is this message in shaping the country's political landscape?
Thank you very much. Indeed, President Mnangagwa, who is the ZANU PF Secretary, emphasized the need of constitutionalism, basically constitution refers to the observance of rules, and indeed the party has been upholding its constitution and rules. This is evidenced by the fact that it has been holding Congress after every 5 years, conference after every year, and it has been holding its Politburo meeting, is what it did today, once every month, Central Committee after every quarter, a National Consultative Assembly twice a year, and it has been held in the district conference. That's a reflection that of a party which is leading by example, which is the reason why it has continued its dominance in the country and as well as in the region.
Now, key among the issues from today's meeting was the president's call for unity and collective goals in the party over individual ambition. What do you think of this message in context of the ZANU PF party?
Yes, indeed, the president has always emphasized the need for unity and discipline. This entails internal cohesion, where party issues or perceived differences in the party are dealt internally, is opposed to one going on social media denouncing party leadership or party policies. So the call for unity entails that internal issues or internal cohesion. President Mnangagwa is always emphasized that, and he has said a party aikwani muhumunu munu kadakusa party muhumunu mako inokupisa. This is the hallmark of a call for unity, and not only unity but discipline.
Now, Jamaida, party structures were instructed to adopt NDS2 and merge with its economic targets. What does this call signify now in terms of the party priorities and the achievement of Vision 2030?
The major point that President Mnangagwa said on NDS2 was that the government economic blueprint, NDS2, and the national budget was consistent with the party resolutions and views of the conference. Basically, what it means, or what it entails, is the emphasis on party supremacy over the government. NDS2 will be driven by the government, but it derives that mandate from the party. But more importantly, what it means is that NDS2, if it is implemented to the letter, is a vehicle of achievement and attainment of Vision 2030. NDS2, which is derived from the party manifesto, party policies, party conferences, and the party's congress, and being assumed by the government, which derives its mandate from the party, is, if it is properly implemented, is a vehicle and engine of economic prosperity